I want you to use these progressions throughout your Nordic curl journey. So we have the first variation, which is assisted with a pull. You can use one hand or even two hands, right? The goal is to at least ensure that you are getting hamstring activation and not utilizing your full upper body to do this exercise. And here are two other varieties that you can use for assistance, and you can be very creative with what you use to hold your legs. And notice that the band is going to be above head height. Here you're strong enough to not use any equipment and able to go a full slow for most of the movement. You can move on to this one as long as you're able to go about 70% of the full movement before you drop. And some of you will be able to move on to this progression immediately. And look, again, as long as you're able to take this nice and slow. Also, how your feet are being held doesn't really matter as long as it is knee dominant. I would prefer that you do not use this machine unless that's really all you got. You can move on to progression number 3 whenever you are able to complete progression number 2 and go all the way down. Now, many people that start this progression here will not be able to go all the way down and come all the way up. So while you build up to that, go as low as you can go while being able to come back up. The final progression, we are going to load the eccentric, meaning going down. Once we touch, we come back up without the load. Make it appropriate for you. Which progression will give you the biggest return? Do you feel you are getting something from the exercise? If yes, continue with the exercise. If no, regress if too tough or progress if too easy. You may stay at one variation for longer than you'd like, and as long as you are seeing progress over weeks, keep going. The goal of the Nordic curl is to increase strength capacity through the eccentric portion of the exercise. That's where the beginners and some intermediates will elicit the most gains. Advanced athletes will need to add the concentric going up, which is progression number 3, or you add load, progression number 4. Have realistic goals and expectations and keep getting stronger.
Try this progression model created from the research and work of Chris Beardsley. Typically, I don't go past around the stage of 3 to 5 due to the amount of training load and game time most active players are accumulating, which is something you always need to consider when designing programs.